Johnny Sexton to start for Ireland in Six Nations clash with France. Schmidt, the Ireland head coach, has tipped Johnny Sexton to shake off his latest injury absence and complete yet another comeback victory against France on Saturday. Sexton has finally beaten his month-long calf problem in time to start Ireland's Six Nations match with France in Dublin. The fly half was told in midweek he had no divine right to selection by the assistant coach Richie Murphy, but has still been parachuted back into the starting lineup at Paddy Jackson's expense. Sexton, 31, returned from a 12-week enforced absence because of concussion to play a pivotal role in Ireland's 18-11 win against France in Dublin in 2015, and Schmidt believes the fly half can repeat that feat. "We know it's going to be physical, it doesn't matter who you play, it's going to be physical," he said. 2 years ago Johnny came back in against the French and I thought played really well. He got some fairly physical impacts on that day and he hadn't played for 12 weeks, and I thought he was super. So again, that's part of what you base your decision making on. What have people done in the past? Can they replicate that in the future? Well, if they've done it in the past they're more likely to replicate it. So we are confident. I think Johnny is confident as well, and I think that's important. Sexton has been sidelined with calf trouble since Leinster's 24-24 draw against Casters in the European Champions Cup on 20th of January, but will now slot straight back in at fly half at the Aviva Stadium on Saturday. He has played just 130 minutes for Leinster since November, and has not featured for Ireland since the 21-9 defeat against New Zealand in November in Dublin. Jackson has impressed in Sexton's recent absences, notably in the summer tour to South Africa, but Sexton's return to fitness has led to his immediate recall. Ireland show 3 changes from the side that hammered Italy 63-10 in Rome on Saturday, 11th of February, with Jack McGrath and Rory Best returning in the front row. Sexton can expect just the latest in a string of physical onslaughts from the French, who love nothing more than targeting Ireland's front-line playmaker. Sexton was knocked unconscious but scored 2 tries when Ireland edged out France 22-20 in Dublin in 2014 to land the Six Nations title in Brian O'Driscoll's final ever Test match. The Leinster fly half then suffered a nasty black eye amid a host of clashes with bullocking centre Matthew Bastard when Ireland saw off France in Dublin 2 years ago. The French also made a big play of targeting Sexton ahead of the World Cup 2015 clash with Ireland, only for Schmidt's men to emerge victorious 24-9 in Cardiff. "It was a call like any other, we debated it and we do believe we get a good balance with having both players available," said Schmidt of the selection decision on starting Sexton ahead of Jackson. "It's very hard to come into a side and come off the bench when you haven't played. So starting the match has allowed Johnny a bit more training time with the team this week. It's a balance, and I think on Saturday, based on how things have gone in the past, we'll probably see both players in some positions in some stage of the game. He's done a lot of conditioning in the period of his injury, and fitness is never really an issue for Johnny, it's just making sure he's fully fit. And he is. He trained well today and fully on Tuesday. He's highly motivated to get into the game on Saturday." France coach Guy Noves says his 3 changes to label as starting lineup are all logical choices. Prop Rabah Slimani, flanker Bernard Leroux and wing Johan Huguet come in for Antonio, Loan Goujon and Virimi Vakatawa respectively for the Aviva Stadium clash. New Zealand-born wing Vakatawa has a thigh injury while Antonio makes way for Slimani, who scored a try against England in the narrow defeat at Twickenham. Back row forward Goujon has been ruled out of the rest of the tournament after fracturing a bone in his sinuses following a clash of heads in the match against Scotland. France beat Scotland 22-16 at the Stade de France last time out, and Noves chose to only made minor adjustments to his team before taking on Joe Schmidt's Ireland. Virimi Vakatawa was injured after the match against Scotland 2 weeks ago, the Frenchman told L'Equipe. "We felt that he had to stay with us to take care of himself and work, insofar as he is part of the FFR. The logic was there for Johan Huguet, who is getting back in shape. He is full of enthusiasm, he has been exceptional in his behavior by putting himself at the service of others.